We can begin now. Can everyone hear me, please?
Yes.
All right. I'm very sorry about the interruption. I do use SpectraNet network before, but right now it's quite not okay here. I'm using Airtel at the moment, so and rain fell today, so it's not so stable. All right. So everyone can hear me, right?
Yes.
All right. I'm going to mute all of us now. So, like I said, when we need to talk, you can actually unmute yourself. So, okay. All right. I'm glad to have everyone on this webinar. So now, I believe someone may wonder that why is this guy taking us through baby peeps? You understand? Now, a professional FX trader will tell you when he knows that you are a beginner in Forex. Now, a professional won't go about showing you how to begin to make the money first. You understand? Now, what a professional will do is that he would show you, he would begin from the foundation. You understand? Because you see, that because you see, the foundation in this stuff, it matters a lot. You understand? So that's why you can meet traders who doesn't, they knows about their strategy, but they don't ask them what is pips. They don't know. You understand? The basic foundation they are supposed to have, they lack it. And so they cannot be a complete traders. You understand? So my objective for every one of us is that we would be thoroughly built in this stuff. You understand? And like I told us in the first lecture on Saturday, now I'm not one of those mentors out there who paint FX like, man, it's one get rich quick schemes. You understand? The reason why I'm telling us this is because now there are many forums out there who would discourage you from what we are doing. So you understand? There are forums and trading companies out there who will tell you, don't worry, all these are not necessary. They will just give you some tools and then you start making money on the go. You start making money immediately. Now, guys, I've been in this thing for years, and if I must tell you the truth, all those things, they are whitewashing. You understand? So that is why these foundations are necessary. Let me tell you a little story. Some years ago, there is this company called IML. You understand? We call them iMarket Life. So a friend of, then I was quite new to Forex, and a friend of mine on Facebook. So he actually, I had been hearing about the advert. So before that time, so a friend of mine was like, have you heard about IML before? I said, well, I did. I had. So, but I haven't, I'm skeptical about it. And he was like, okay, don't worry. With IML, you don't even need any knowledge. You can start earning from the first day. You understand? And I was like, wow, earning from the first day. So that was how I joined IML, sign up for their whatever. You understand? So from the first day, like I funded an account. You understand? I funded an account. With the hope that okay, I would be using their harmonic scanner, and then there is this one called Swipe Trades. You understand? So it's like an app you install on your phone, and then you receive, signals through those swipe trades. So, man, but eventually I began to lose money. You understand? Eventually, I was losing my account. You understand? In fact, to make it worse, the person who invited me to IML, He made it look like I was the one who was doing everything wrong. You understand? He was like, guy, keep to the rules of this thing. There is no way you won't be successful. This and that and that. Like, you understand? So a point came that I had to, I knew the truth myself. I had to go back to the foundation. You understand? I had to go back to do my homework. I had to go back to learn what I'm supposed to learn. You understand? So that is the reason why I'm taking us through this stuff. So you understand? Now, to tell you the truth, guys, now I have ways of teaching that I can teach you guys that in 3 days you start making money. Now, if okay, my previous students, some of them are not here, they would attest to this. You understand? I have ways I can teach you now that this week you start making money. But that is not going to make you a professional trader. And especially this time, this batch of the training, like I want to pour out, I want to replicate myself. By God's grace, I've had some other guys who are who even tend to be better than I am now, or who are better than I am now. I trained them from the grass, I trained them from the start. So this time, there are a lot of things that I haven't taught before. So I want to pour it out. I want to teach you guys. So, and if we must achieve that, then this school of pipsology, you understand, is the right place where we need to begin from. When you want to cut a tree, the best place to begin from is from the root. You understand? You don't start cutting a tree from the branch, from the top. You understand? Now, the same way that if you want to become an engineer, for instance, now, guys, it is funny why people think that in other disciplines, like they can endure anything they want to endure. They can pay the price. There, you see a student, he goes to school, he goes to primary school for 6 years, he attends secondary school for 6 years, he goes to the university for 4, maybe to 7 years, and then at the end of the day, with the hope of getting a job of his dream or her dream, and then living the dream life. But it's funny how people come to FX and they expect that in 1 week they should start doing well. Guys, believe me, this is the most pain. If I'm not exaggerating it, if you don't understand, you can ask. I will explain it better. Now, this is the most paying, the most lucrative job you can find anywhere. You understand? Now, I posted the screenshot in the group earlier the week. Yeah, okay, that was yesterday. Now, I posted that screenshot in the group. Now, a mentor of mine, that is my mentor. Now, that is, I saw some of those screenshots. I saw some other set today that I was wowed. Can you imagine an account of over 100 million USD, $100 million? Guys, who would pay you that money monthly? Who would pay you that in a month? $100 million? Who would pay you that? So, guys, this business, it's a profession. It's a profession. So the same way you take other profession, the same way you go to school to learn from the basics, from the kindergarten or further professions, that is the same way. Now, this thing, I'm not just talking stories. You understand? In this thing, everything we are doing now is intentional. What I'm saying now is intentional. I'm building a mindset into us. You understand? Because you see, you need in this business, now, in every business, there is something called the mindset of the business. There is the method of the business. I can show you the method. Like, this is how you can start making the money sharp, sharp. But if you don't have the mindset, eventually you are not going to succeed, guys. It may be the hard truth, but that is it. You are not going to succeed without the right mindset. So this thing is a business, it's a profession. And I want you guys to take it as a profession that it is. So, and for every profession, you build from the grass, you build from the scratch. Okay? Now, so that is the very reason why we are beginning from the school of pipsology. Now, guys, I believe many of us have heard this word Forex, FX, the financial market, and all those. So, what is this thing actually? What is it about? Now, you see, now, let's begin this way. Okay, now I'm going to share this stuff with us at the end of the day. This PDF, okay. It's a forex course. It's how do I call it? It's beginner's course. You understand? So I would want us to cover. We are not going to, as you can see, it's 361 pages. So we won't be doing everything. So we will just go through what is necessary. So I've read this over and over. I've read these times without number. So I know how to pinpoint what is necessary for us. Okay. So we don't need everything inside this stuff. Okay. So I will share with us at the end of the day. Now, guys, now this word forex that we've been hearing, I believe some of us are trading already, but we don't really understand this concept. And now, so now the way some guys, some mentors out there even paint it, it looks like, you know, if you can be a trader trading profitably already, but if you don't understand this concept, you you may go out one day and you meet someone who will talk to you and you start feeling guilty, like you are doing something wrong. It may even look as if you are gambling and you won't even know how to defend yourself. So that is why this foundation is necessary. Okay, so everything that we need as for the basics, for the kindergarten, you understand, is what this okay school of pipsology will take us through. You understand? Now, they say, what is forex? If you've ever traveled to another country, okay, now let's scrap the whole stories. Now, you see, guys, the foreign exchange market involves the buying and selling of currency pairs. Now, I will break it down. Now, when you say you are a forex trader, what does it actually mean? Now, what it means is that you are buying the share of a country, you are buying the share of an economy. For instance, many of us have had people who buy shares in companies. Like you hear some guy says, okay, well, I have shares with Zenith Bank. I bought shares with First Bank. You understand? So, but those ones, what they are doing is actually stocks. Now, eventually, I will differentiate for us the difference between stocks and forex. They are not the same. You understand? Some out there will tell you they are the same. No, they are not the same. There are differences between stocks and forex. You understand? So you hear people say, and I bought some shares of stocks, I bought some shares of this. Now, in stocks, you are buying the shares of private companies, of companies and organizations. Okay, but in forex, you are buying the shares of an economy. For instance, you can buy the shares, okay, of an euro economy. Okay, so which means if you are trading euro, for instance, what you are actually doing is that you are buying the shares, a share, okay, of the economy of Europe. Okay, so if you are buying pounds, for instance, what you are doing is that you are buying a share, okay, of the British economy. So which means if you are buying pounds, and as at the time you bought that share and the British economy is doing well, you will be gaining. And at the same time, if you are buying pounds and the British economy is doing bad, you would be losing. You understand? Except you are selling. You understand? So eventually, I would explain the concept of buying and selling for us. So when you say you are a Forex trader, you understand? So you should be proud to be one, because you are not just transacting. You are not just transacting with some kind of stuff you don't understand. Now, what you are actually doing is you are taking advantage of the share. Okay, when I mean the share of an economy, it means how well or worse a nation is doing. For instance, if the Nigerian economy is doing well now, you understand, in their worth, in their value, you understand, like, and you buy naira, you understand, so it means you will be gaining. Okay, so when you say you are a forex trader, what you are actually doing is you are buying shares of different economies. You understand? So this is what you are doing. For instance, guys, if you are traveling to a foreign country, for instance, if you are going to the United States, now, as you are reaching the airport, you are not going to spend naira in US. You understand? So there are counters where you will change your money from the naira you are having to the currency of the country you are visiting. So it means you have naira with you, but you are going to US. So at that counter in the airport, so you change your naira into dollar. It is forex that are just transacted, just that you did it cash to cash. You understand? It means you have just sold your naira and bought dollar. That is what it means. You understand? So you've just sold your naira and you just bought dollar. So now, guys, if as at that time that you sold the naira, if the Nigerian economy is doing bad, it means you would be needing much naira to buy dollar. You understand? Now, don't worry, you'll get the whole picture as we go deeper. So I'm laying the foundations already. Okay. So when you say you are a forex trader, this is what you are actually doing. So you see those guys at the BDC, at the Bureau de Change. You understand? You have euro, for instance, then you want naira. You take your euro there and they give you naira. It's exactly what you are doing. You understand? So if anyone cannot say the Bureau de Change is illegal, no, they can't. They can. Nobody can just come and start accusing you that you trading FX is illegal. You are not doing any illegal stuff, guys. Now, one of the ways in which the every country makes money is through foreign exchange. You understand? Now, in every the in I would explain the concept of the G7 economies now. Now, every country has central banks, and now these central banks, there is something called the foreign exchange reserve. I believe many of us, we do hear about the foreign reserve, but we don't actually know what this foreign reserve is all about. Now, one of the functions of this foreign reserve is that now the money in this foreign reserve, now, one of the things is used for foreign exchange. I mean, this forex that you and I are talking about. Now, one of the major ways through which CBN gain is through foreign exchange. Now, guys, have you ever wondered before how banks makes money? Do you think it's true the 50 naira they are deducting from your ATM when you withdraw, or the monthly 50 naira or 20 naira they charge you? Do you think that is how banks makes money? Did you know how much it costs a bank to maintain just their information technology systems, their IT systems, like their computers, their servers, their database, the guys who are managing it, and all those. Do you know how much that alone cost? Did you know how much it would cost to pay every staff in the bank? So now let's come to think of it. So will our 50 naira they are deducting, would it pay them? No, it can't. It can't. Now, I'm a software engineer, I'm an IT person. So I have a broad picture of this. Now, it takes a lot to maintain, it takes a lot to maintain an IT system. You understand? These guys, these banks, they pays a lot. They pays high amount of money to maintain. So how much do you think at the end of the day, now they pay those guys, they pays the cashier, the managers, and all those, the securities, the cleaners. Then how much do you think would be left for the bank? So, like, what ways are these banks making money then? Now, the simple answer is it is through the foreign exchange. Now, have you guys wondered now why banks would say, and now every one of us, all of us here knows that there are three types of accounts in the bank. We have fixed deposit, we have savings account, we have what is that other one again? What is that third one again? Yes, we have current account. Now, this fixed deposit account, okay, I want us to talk, please. I want the class to be interactive, so I would unmute us now. So I believe we should have, we should understand what this fixed deposit account is all about. So in your own picture, like, what do you think fixed deposit account is all about?
I think the money will just be stored for some time, right? So,
okay, and then so you store it there for some times, and then what will happen to the money?
You won't be able to use the money for the period of time which is stored, and I think there will be some profit at the end.
Okay. So now there would be some profit. Now, guys, how are they making this profit? Have we ever thought of it before? Do you think this money that they are depositing in that fixed deposit account, do you think the money, do you think they are going to buy, they will buy, how do we call it? They will buy rice and beans in the market, and then they will resell it, and then they make profit, and then they say they are making money. No, it is through this buying and selling of currency pairs. So when you see banks, now, you see, guys, there is a concept I cannot explain here now. So, but I believe before we end this course, I will do. Now, for every money you deposit in the banks makes back 900% of it. You believe it or leave it. I will explain it.
Wow.
It's not for now. Now, there is a concept called the Federal Reserve concept. Now, I will explain this concept. It's so deep and technical. Now, for every single 5 naira you deposit, the bank makes back 900% of it, or 90% of it. You understand? The 10% is just for you. It's your money. You are having your money back, like you can withdraw 100% of it. But actually, what had just happened is that the bank has made 90%. Why you steal your money? You deposited 5K, you withdrew your 5K. But the fact is that the bank has made 90% of that your 5K as profit of that your money. You understand? So this is why the banks are getting richer. You understand? This is why, oh my gosh, if you know what they are doing to you, if you know what they are doing to you when you deposit your money out there, when you just keep your money in the savings account or in that fixed deposit account, the banks, they will be smiling. You understand? So one of the ways they make this money, it is through the buying and selling of currency pairs. Now, guys, let me ask us this again. I'm sure every one of us has entered bank before. There is
Yeah.
one red laser light we do see in every bank. What do you think they use it for? That red laser light, you see Euro, you see USD,
Okay.
you see JPY, you see GBP on it. What do you think
Yeah.
they use it for? It is now that thing here, some of the
Yeah.
cashiers do not even understand it. It is strictly meant for the foreign exchange guys. Now, every bank has guys, they have FX department. Now, the FX department in every bank, there are two. You understand? There are some at the
Yeah.
cashier, that one, you come, you do normal FX transactions, maybe you have foreign currencies and you want to change or you are withdrawing in foreign currency. Now, but the main FX guys, those guys are inside. Now, many of those guys, they may not even come, they may not even be coming to the bank every day. Like you see them once in a while. Some of them trade from their houses. You understand? So every bank now, one of the things that keeps a bank running, their foreign exchange department. Those guys doesn't joke with this department. Like now, this now let me bust our heads now. These guys, they are being paid even more than many of the managers in these banks. Now, I know it's a hard truth. Like many of us are thinking now, like can this be true at all? How can like is there anyone in the bank that is being paid more than the managers? Yes, there are. You understand? Now there are many
Yeah.
things happening in the bank that an ordinary customer want to, even some of the cashiers they don't understand what is going on. You understand? Now some of them even think that red laser light that you see, those heroes, JPY and all those stuff, they think it's for design. They think maybe as bank now, and those things are currency pairs. It just meant here as part of, no, they are not designs. They are not designs. Bank understand this concept. Now, another ways in which bank makes money is through what we call treasury bills. Now, treasury bills is not part of the course I'm teaching. So, but for it being my student, now, before we end this course, I'm going to explain the concept of treasury bills for us so that those of us who has funds, you understand. Now, one of the surest ways to make profit it is through treasury bonds. You understand? Now, when you are buying treasury bonds, you are directly buying, it's like you are buying the economy. You are buying Nigeria. You understand? It cannot fail. As long as Nigeria cannot crash, when you buy a treasury bonds, it cannot fail. Guys, you understand? So now, treasury
Yeah.
bills now is not everybody, it's just few people who knows about it. Now, an an average rich man, they don't keep their money in their account, just lying there, sleeping, and then, nothing adding to it. Now, they invest it in treasury bills. Now, the managers in the banks, they invest their money in treasury bills. Now, when you walk up to a cashier and you ask them, you want to meet, you want to invest in treasury bills, some of them will ask you, what are you talking about? Many of them don't know
Mm.
about it. So now you will tell them you are looking for their manager, and you are interested in treasury bills. Now, once you tell them that and they tell the manager, now he will come out and first of all look at you like who is this guy that knows about this stuff? And he will ask you like, how much do you want to invest? If it's reasonable, you understand? Like In fact, for you even knowing about it and wanting to invest, he would have an audience with you. You understand? Now, and
Yeah.
don't worry, I will take us on this stuff by the time we are done with the course. Just in case I forget, let's remind me, please. It's not part of the course, it's another stream of investment on its own. Like treasury
Okay.
bills is one of the investment that you can't lose. You understand? You can't lose when you buy treasury bonds. So now, Nigeria has its own treasury bonds. You understand? The United States, they have many of us can go online after this lecture. You can go and research about the United States, the US 10 years treasury notes, the US 5 years treasury notes, the US 2 years treasury notes. You understand? The US 15 years treasury bills or treasury notes. You understand? So these stuffs, these are the ways in which these guys make money. You understand? Our CBN.
Yeah.
Now, the highest traders of traders, they are found at the central banks. You understand? Every central bank now, they have traders who trade for them. Now, guys, I believe many of us we hear about Wall Street, Wall Street, Wall Street. We
Yeah.
hear about
Yeah.
New York Stock Exchange. Now, have we reasoned before to know what these guys are all about? Like, what do they do in Wall Street? Now, we do hear that, okay, Wall Street controls the world economies. You understand? Why do they control the world economies? Like, what is going on here? Have we thought about it before? New York Stock Exchange. You understand? Now, these are bodies that controls this financial market. Okay, so now I believe by now every one of us on this webinar, I believe we should be able to understand that when you are saying you are trading the forex, you are trading the foreign exchange market. What you are actually doing is that you are buying and selling
Yeah.
the asset, the value of a nation. You understand? You are dealing with the share of a nation. It's just like you saying, um, I. It's just like you saying, I have researched on the United States, and they are worthy, and I'm sure that if I put my money on them, it would return good. You understand? So you're actually buying. That is the reason why you are buying dollar. And if you are selling dollar, that is the reason why you are selling dollar. Okay. So now, this foreign exchange market. Now, I want us to know that this FX, that's why it's the most lucrative stuff out there. The reason why is now, as at the time that this book was written, now, as at the time that this e-book was, that this course was written, now the daily turnover of the financial market um, is was $4 trillion per day. But as at right now, the daily turnover is um, almost 7 trillion, about 6.7. You understand? Per day. That is per day. You understand? So it means there is no amount of money you would want to make in a day that this market cannot accommodate you. You understand? There are banks who are trading in how do I call it? In trillions per month. Yes, the banks like Dukas Bank, bank like Barclays Bank. You understand? Banks like First Bank of America. So, so this market
Wow.
is so big, it's so massive. You understand? So now, so you are not just dealing with one stuff like that that has no potential. No, like, do you imagine? Do you imagine this potential? You imagine
Wow.
you can get these skills right. How much you can be making consistently. That's why you see guys who have mastered this stuff. They make it crazily. So it means in this market, you are not competing with anyone. You
Yeah.
understand? Okay, imagine
Yeah.
something that can return, that has a daily turnover. I mean daily, not weekly or monthly, a daily turnover. The same way that a business would do, a businessman will do business and say, okay, well, every day, my turnover at the end of every day is 1,000 naira, or is 10,000 naira,
Ten
or
thousand there. Yeah.
a company can
Mm.
say, okay, my turnover at the end of every month, as a company, okay, maybe it's 10 million naira, all those. Now, the daily turnover of FX is 6.7 trillion USD. Can you just imagine this? It means, guys, there is enough potential in this stuff. So that is why you must get these skills right. You understand? So now
Yeah.
let's go further. Now,
Yeah.
now in this market, now the this forex market, now there is a distribution to it. Okay, now there are big players, okay, that um that contribute to the trading volume. Now, eventually I will explain what is volume. You understand? When I'm talking of volume, I'm talking about the potential. Now, the, one of them is the New York Stock Exchange. You understand? Another one is the
Okay.
Tokyo Stock Exchange. Another one is the London Stock Exchange. You understand? So we have hedge funds, we have banks, we have we have central banks. Now, and this foreign exchange market now are made of seven economies. There are seven major economies that controls this market. You understand? That controls. Now, I'm not saying that you and I, as a traders, our money matters, but can you compare yourself competing with Dangote? You can.
No.
No.
You cannot
No.
now.
No. No.
Imagine
Yeah.
your
No.
your own 5 naira, your kuli change. It's nothing compared to what people like Otedola, what people like Dangote, what
Yeah.
people like Jeff Bezos would invest. Now, guys, eh, now let me chip in this. The richest man in the whole world, let's not be deceived, though. He's not just Amazon that is making him that money. Now, guys, and believe me, for everything I tell you, I have proven this thing on me. I'm a businessman, and by God's grace, I hope to go a long way. So, like, this is the niche I study. I study like this is what I do every day. Now, Jeff Bezos, he's diversified into currency trading as well. Now, Warren Buffett. Now, Warren Buffett is one of the world richest. Now,